Warning, the following angry grandpa video features a prank that is not free. Come on, and home. Be quiet.
In this Minecraft place, so beautiful, further down.
Shut your Shut the cunt! Shut it!
Let's get the theory on. Here's my real
Mining away.
But seriously, let's get it on. Hello guys. You may recognize this theory because I made this, if what it means. People made theories about what Ford saw in the portal. Wait, hold it there. Have you seen Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Force of the People, and Rick and Morty? If you didn't see these shows, this will lead spoilers because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I suggest you watch these shows by leaving this video now.
Alex Hirsch once said that when Fiddleford looked inside the portal, he saw the kinds of places where Bill Cipher's friends would hang out. This gives us a lot of information on what really is inside the portal.
It must be filled with chaos and destruction. There are probably fights and dangerous things happening every day. There are quite a few unexplained mysteries surrounding Ford.
When I seen the episode, it just got me like a little worried like this, because when starting using a test dummy, Philipper gets stuck in with the test dummy, and then Ford's trying to pull him out, but certainly after this moment he saw what he's seen in the portal.
What is it? Is it working? What did you see? Fiddleford?
When gravity falls and Earth becomes sky, fear the beast with just one eye.
Ford's trying to calm him down, but Philipper tells him to shut this down because this caused chaos to destruction to Earth and also the universe. And as Bill Cipher, he wants to take over the multiverse, everything. But there is more to it than that.
One strange thing is that Ford has a bunch of different futuristic knowledge of weapons. In Dungeons, and More Dungeons, Ford uses a laser gun and he has a six-fingered glove that looks like it comes from the future.
One of the worlds inside the portal could be the future world that Blandon is from. It would make sense because Ford could have been fighting the Time Baby because he has all these futuristic weapons. How else would he get his hands on guns from the future? Ford was introduced halfway through Season 2, and he didn't get nearly as much screen time as every other main character due to his time of appearance. Because of this, we don't know much about him. And since we don't know much about him, we have no idea who he really is because he hasn't told us what happened in the portal. After all, the portal was the main part of the show's backstory, and nobody ever figured out exactly what's behind it. Sure, there's a bunch of different universes, because Ford called it a gateway to infinite worlds, but what exactly does that mean? Which universes did Ford visit, and how did he survive?
If he survived that long for 30 years, probably he got help from someone that probably explains about himself, because he looks a little bit different than we didn't expect to be. But 1980 Ford, he looks like a young adult, but his old self looks not like the same. And let me explain why. I heard that in Journal 2 that Gideon has. Certainly I heard that when Ford explains that magics like this when gravity falls, it may be like makes your hair white, and that's where like Gideon's hair got white, maybe. If Ford used the magic like little, or if he used it a lot of times, then like his young adult self, then why isn't his hair is like half white? Like if he got stuck in the portal, then when he got out of there, then why like his hair is like half white? Why did he got out of the portal, then his hair is like half white? But not only that, he also learned that in Journal 3, the Gravity Falls Journal 3 book, I learned that in the book, there's that Ford created his own dimensional device that he could travel between dimensions, which is because he didn't have the chemical to travel between dimensions. because this gave me a cameo right here that explains it. Maybe Rick gave him the chemical reaction that he explains about his portal gun to Ford. Then like maybe Rick gave him another chemical reaction to Ford so he could use that to his own portal device. But here's another one. There's a wanted poster of Ford, which will only be seen in the Gravity Falls Journal 3 book. But right here, there is a Cipher language which is hidden by Bill Cipher, which is translated because it says, Rick was here.
Earlier in journal number 3, there's 2 pages filled with creature silhouettes, as Ford draws out the strange things he's encountered and can't explain. And while most of them show up in episodes of Gravity Falls, there's also a handful that are directly from the adventures of Rick. Hidden among those silhouettes is a Zygerian, the con artist aliens from M. Night Shyamalan's.
There's also the giant silhouette of Cthulhu, and not just any Cthulhu, but one that looks oddly similar to the one appearing in the opening sequence of every episode of Rick and Morty. And let's not forget, there's also a Plumbus, just a regular old Plumbus, complete with proper flea rubbing. I mean, everyone has a Plumbus in their home, so it shouldn't be that much of a surprise.
But it's here, all here in Ford's book, showing us that he's come across all of these things from Rick and Morty.
Wait a second, don't forget guys that maybe Rick taught Ford how to fight and had these skills with him for saving in the future. Wait, you think this is the end of the video? No, I still had to explain where Ford got his half-white hair from. And guys, you might get mad at me for this, but this explains and how this is actually evidence. Ford was trapped into the portal around 30 years, but currently when he came out of the portal, his hair was like half white, which is like someone taught him magic about learning and how to use it, what kind of magics are there, you know, how I studied it. And who it is? It's Moon. Moon, Queen of Muni. Butterfly herself helped Ford to taught and help in what kind of magics are there because she knows magic. Probably at the same time, that's where Ford met Moon, and that's where Rick meets Moon. And where it takes place where Ford and Rick met Moon will take place in 2005. It's 5 years after the events of Moon Beyond Daunted. Look, I'm not just saying that these 3 are friends, but I'm not saying that they're friends, I'm saying like they're partners. Like, people say that they're friends, but radically, I don't think they're friends. But radically, they're just partners. They're just partners. And I think Ford told Moon about Earth, but currently not everything, because Ford told Moon that she needs to figure out Earth what really is on her own. Also, and what I think about these 3, because I think these 3, they have a past with Bill Cipher. But currently Ford already has a past with Bill Cipher. But what about Rick and Moon? But I had one more to show you to remind you.
Great Uncle Ford, I've been meaning to ask you, where were you before you came out of that machine? And what have you been doing down here? Are you working on something behind that curtain?
Dipper, it's best if you and the family stay away from that subject. Honestly, I'm not sure any of you could handle the real answer.
But I can handle it.
But I can show you a little something I brought back with me. An infinity-sided die.
Whoa, that's so cool and impossible.
These things are outlawed in 9,000 dimensions. You want to know why? Look at those symbols. Infinite sides means infinite outcomes. If I rolled it, anything could happen. Our faces could melt into jelly. The world could turn into an egg. Or you could just roll an 8. Who knows?
Before I left behind Rick and Moon, I'll leave those to another video. That's all for now for Ford's real truth behind the portal. If you enjoyed this theory, just give it a like or just subscribe, because I will really appreciate for that. Goodbye. And also hit the eye icon, because I'll give you some choices of what you think about and what's your theory. Just hit the icon and what your theory and what you think, or you could just comment down below. Goodbye.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.